Hello everybody, myself Krishna Kansal from Grace Element Software Solutions. Today in this video series we will study about the IO package that is provided in the Java package. This IO package is one of the most important packages among the Java language because this package provides the input-output facility. That is, if you want to read the input from the network, from the file or from anywhere, or if you want to write the output on the monitor in the file, or you want to send some output in the output stream that is on the network connection, then you have to use the classes that are defined in IO package. Now, as we all know, when our program executes, by default three streams are available to all of our programs. As take an example of C language, the input stream which is available in the C language is known as stdin. This stream is used for reading the input that is given by the user to our program. And the second stream is the output stream. In the C language, this output stream is referred by the name stdout. It means if a program wants to generate some output, it simply writes the data on the stdout. And if a program wants to generate some error message, it writes the data on the stderr. So whenever we execute a program in any of the programming language, these three streams are by default available to all of our C programs or Java programs. The first is the input stream for getting the input that is given by the user. Second is the output stream. If a program wants to generate the output, that is the output of a program is always written on the output stream. And third is the error stream. If some error has been occurred within the program, that particular message will be written on the error stream. Now in Java language, these three streams can be referenced by using this particular syntax. The input stream is referred by system.in. As we have previously discussed, the system is a class which is provided in java.lang package, and this is the static property of class system, which contains this property contains the reference of the input stream which is by default available to all of our Java programs. Like system.out, this out property of class system contains the reference of the output stream which is available to all of our Java programs. And same case, ERR is a static property of class system which contains the reference of the error stream. It means if our program wants to read the input, it will take the help of this stream. If our program wants to generate the output, it will take the help of this particular stream. And if our program wants to generate the error message, that error message will be written on this particular stream. Now, the interesting point is that these three streams can also be redirected. Now, what do you mean by this redirection? Now, take here. Now, have a look of this slide. This is the stream that is known as system.out. This is the by default output stream which is available to our Java programs. This is system.in. This is the input stream which is available to all of our Java programs. And this system.err, this is the error stream which is available to all of our Java programs. As I have mentioned earlier, this is always possible. It is always possible to redirect the streams. For example, here I have opened the command prompt, and if I issue the dir command, basically these commands are written in the C language. Currently I am using the Windows 7 as an operating system. If I issue the dir command, the output of the dir command in the C language will be returned to the stdout, and that particular stdout is associated with the monitor. So whatever the output which will that is generated by the dir command will be displayed on the monitor. As you can see, when I press the enter key, the output of the dir command has been generated on the monitor. And it is always possible to redirect all the three streams. It means by default the system.in stream is associated with the monitor. Whenever your program needs the data, it will read from the system.in, and this system.in is associated with the keyboard. So your program will read the data from the keyboard, and whenever your program wants to write the data, it will always write in the system.out, and by default the system.out is associated with your monitor or the screen. Whenever your program wants to generate the error message, it will simply write the error message on the system.err, and the system.err is again linked with your screen. So whatever the output is generated by a program will be available on the screen, and whenever your program wants to read some input, it will always read from the keyboard. But it is always possible to redirect these streams. It means if your program wants to read the data from a file, it is also possible by redirecting this particular stream. If your program wants to generate the output not onto the screen but onto some file, that is also possible, and that is possible by redirecting the streams. Now take a example here. Now as we have earlier seen, dir command is by default associated, the output is by default associated with the console, so the output of the dir command is printed on the console, but it is always possible to redirect the stream. Now on the command prompt we can redirect the stream by using greater than sign. Now if I use greater than sign and a.txt, it means I want to redirect the output stream to the file a.txt. It means when I press the enter key, no output is generated. Why? Because this output stream has been redirected to a.txt. Now if I view my D drive, in the D drive of my computer, now this is the file a.txt, and in the file a.txt you can see the output of the dir command. Now basically what does the term this stream means? Stream is a flow of characters or a flow of data. Your data flow in a sequence. Sequence means, now take an example of this particular file. After T there is H, and then R, then E. Now this is a continuous stream of data. There is a continuously stream of data. Now whenever your program wants to read the data, it will read the data from the system.in, and by default that system.in is associated with the keyboard, but you can always change the source. Here the source is keyboard, but you can always change the source so that the program will be can be read from a file, or a program can be read from a network. But the data abstraction is there. Data abstraction is there if your program is reading the data from the system.in. Your program will not worry whether this system.in, the stream, is coming from the keyboard, is coming from the file, is coming from the network, or anywhere else. So you can always change the source of your program without affecting your program which is reading the stream. Same as the case with the output stream. Whenever your program wants to write the data, it will always write the data on the stream that is known as system.out. By default that system.out is associated with the screen. You can always change the destination. It can be the file, it can be the network connection, it can be anywhere without altering your program, because your program is simply writing the data in the output stream, that is system.out. Now you can change the destination of the system.out anytime within your program. Now as I have shown there, now this is our program. You can consider this as our Java program, and this our Java program. These two streams are available, system.out and system.in. Whenever program wants to generate the output, it will simply write the output on the system.out. Simply write the output on the system.out stream. Now this stream is associated with the monitor, so whatever the data which is generated by your program is available on the output stream. Now whenever your program wants to read the data, it will simply read the data from the system.in, and this system.in is associated with the keyboard. So whatever the data is provided by the keyboard will be written on the system.in, and from the system.in it will be available to your program. So program is writing the data to system.out, and it is reading the data from system.in program do not know anything about these two. It do not know anything about your the output is generating or the visible on the screen, or the input is coming from the keyboard. It is simply writing on the system.out and is simply reading from system.in. Now these are some of the classes which are defined in java.io package, because if you want to avail the input output services, or if you want to provide some input output services like sending some data on the output stream, that is the over the network, or if you want to read the file, you want to write some data into the file, or if you want to save the objects of your class into some persistent storage like file, then you have to use the classes which are defined in java.io package. Now take an example of first this class. This class means this input class. As the name indicates, this is the input stream which is used for reading, and the subsequent part of this is the output stream. Output stream, here is the output stream, this. Now this stream is used for writing. So this stream is used for reading, and this stream is used for writing purposes. Now if you want to write if you want to read something, then all the classes which you have to use are the subclass of the input stream. Now the direct subclasses of the input stream are like byte array input stream to read the byte array, file input stream to read the file, buffered input stream to buffer the input stream, data input stream to read the primitive data types, object input stream to read the object. It is also possible to save the objects in the Java language into some file. So if you want to read that particular object which is saved in your file, then you have to use the class object input stream. Now this piped input stream for piping two programs, so that data of the one program can be generated to the another, can be fed to some another program. Now these are the streams which are used for reading purposes, and these are the classes which are used for writing purposes, like output stream for generating the output. The subsequent part of this byte array input stream is byte array output stream to generate the data into some byte array. The subsequent part of this file input stream is file output stream to generate the data in the output in the file, like the filter input stream, filter output stream, object input stream, object output stream, piped input stream, and the piped output stream. Now there are two types of classes which are provided in java.io package, or two types of streams. So we can hear there are two types of streams which are supported by Java language. The first is byte based streams, and second is character based streams. Now in the later video session we will study what you mean by this byte based stream and the character based stream. That particular video will be uploaded with the title IO Part 2. For now, good day.